What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming here, guys. I'm back with another video, man, because yeah, I don't know how, but this morning I forgot one major thing for college football 26. And man, I was gonna wait. I was like, I'll just wait till tomorrow to talk about it. But it's like, bro, tomorrow's not promised and time waits for no man. And that's not fair to y'all to keep y'all waiting on the information that I have. So I am going to talk about that in a very brief video, guys. But before I get into that, y'all have already been awesome in subscribing, man. It helps tremendously. Y'all are choosing to not be a Poindexter, and you're choosing to be a 5-star, bub, and subscribing to the channel and clicking that bell icon so you don't miss a single upload. So appreciate y'all for that. Appreciate the love. Appreciate all of that. The other information, and to me this is a big one, is wear and tear. There is going to be new additions to wear and tear in the game. And this is kind of not such a big deal because the game makes it to where you can even turn wear and tear off. But guys, if you're looking for an authentic, realistic experience, play with wear and tear. I play with wear and tear. I like it because now I can't just sit there and just, go hard with my running back all game long. Like, dudes get beat up, they get hit. It makes you really consider how you play the game. I'm not going to get an elusive running back and sit there and take a bunch of hits. He's not going to make the game. He's not going to last the game, So it adds depth to the game. That's why I like it. It makes you really consider these types of players, their size and all of that kind of stuff, especially in the run game. Elusive backs, receiving backs, those guys, you don't want them taking hits, but you can get those bruisers and then having those skills attached that will help them to not take as much damage, if you will. So I love it. And, going in, wear and tear was one of those deals that people was like, oh, they did. How do y'all feel about wear and tear right now in the comments? I freaking love it because it adds depth and immersion. Now, as far as the news for college football 26 when it comes to wear and tear, wear and tear is going to be more prevalent. So much more so that they're adding another feature to the game that basically adds on to wear and tear. So you'll have your wear and tear, but you'll also have a meter that fills up as the season progresses for I would say for each player. It kind of like Madden. If you look at how Madden has like the fatigue system and it builds up as the season goes on, it's sort of the same thing, but it's in the realm of wear and tear. So the way that it works is as you progress through the season, it's going to fill up regardless. But if you're constantly taking these big hits and things like that, it's going to fill up a lot faster. So, okay, what happens when this meter fills up? Well, from what I've heard, once the meter fills up, you can no longer recover from wear and tear. And guys, on the surface, I know people are going to be like, that's stupid. I don't like that. But it's realistic. If I have a player and he is taking a ton of hits, guys, football is already a physical game. But if I'm taking loads of big hits throughout the year and stuff like that, I'm being that quote unquote workhorse, then you're going to get to a point where your body just doesn't recover, or it starts to recover slower and slower. And that is what this bar that's going to be your season fatigue level, in a sense, if you will, or your season wear and tear level fills up and stuff. That's what that's going to represent. So you're going to have to manage wear and tear even more because, be honest with you, right now in the game, wear and tear is in there, but it's not something that I don't even pay attention to it because your players recover from it and things like that, and then you get subs and all this and that. I love these little nuances and features that they're throwing in the game because it makes other things more important that wasn't as important. For example, your formation subs. That's going to make it more important now because you're putting different personnel in the game and you're not utilizing just this one person the entire game. Wear and tear already makes it important, especially for your quarterback. If you got a bad offensive line and he's taking a bunch of hits and stuff like that, that's important. It's important to the offensive scheme that you want to run, or even defensive scheme, because wear and tear happens for defensive players as well. But it makes it important for the personnel that you get, because if you're trying to play a physical style of defense where you're sending blitzes and stunts and all this kind of stuff, and you're going for these big hits all the time, you're gonna have to have the personnel to support that. You can't have these speedy skill guys and these speedy coverage linebackers and steady trying to blitz and stuff like that all the time, because they're getting in there with the defensive linemen and offensive linemen. They're getting in the trenches and they're hitting big backs in the backfield and things like that. And with a coverage linebacker, their wear and tear is going to go up much more significantly than a run stopping linebacker. So that, and then your formation, not your formation subs, but your sub in general, when do you sub a player out and things like that, just from the wear and tear system makes those gameplay features much more important, and it makes the overall game much more immersive. So how do I feel about it? I like it because, like I said, it adds realism. Everybody that's done played football will tell you by the end of the season, bruh, your body, you need a break, especially at the collegiate level, because man, you're sore so much after just one game, So I like that they're adding that into the game. Like I said, to me, it adds more immersion. It adds more depth to the game. But I know that there are going to be some people who don't like it. And guess what? You'll be able to turn it off, because right now in the game, you could play without wear and tear. Now, why would you want to do that? I don't know, because like I said, it makes you play the game more realistic. This is a simulation football game, guys. So when they give us simulation features, we can't sit there and be like, I don't want that because that's too realistic. Like, that sounds dumb. That's like being hungry and turning away delicious food. It makes no sense. You get what I'm saying? But all in all, that was the biggest thing. That was one big thing that I forgot to mention this morning that I feel like we need to know. That's something important that I haven't been seeing many people talk about. I've only heard one other person talk about the wear and tear system. But let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section down below. How do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And why? Let's talk about the why. Okay. So once again, wear and tear system is going to be increased in the game. It's going to be more at the forefront. And then you're going to have a meter that fills up throughout the season for your player health overall, kind of, once that meter fills up, and the higher that meter gets to filling up, the less you're going to be able to cover from wear and tear. So hey, that workhorse perk, it's gonna be a big deal in the game. So I'm excited for that, guys. That's all I got for right now, man. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.